Remember, folks, punters, listeners, enjoyers and subscribers. Many of you, so many of you. I can only just count you. 1, 2, 3. Right. Anyway, remember I recently said when I reviewed Present, Steven Soderbergh's new horror movie, that it was a new niche. It was sort of a family drama dressed up in horror duds, because nobody really, or very few people, want a kind of well-acted, well-directed, well-written family drama. More's the pity these days, so you have to do something else with it, don't you? Now, that's the case with this great movie as well, directed by Josh Ruben, written by Philip Murphy, should I say. I'm looking to make sure I get this right. Christopher Landon and Michael Kennedy, called Heart Eyes. It is a new movie. It is a new serial killer movie, really. And it's a serial killing taking place on Valentine's Day. Now, first of all, let's talk about the killer, because Killer has a superb mask with infrared eyes. So it's a mask with a smiling mouth and heart-shaped eyes, which then, when things are a little dark, now it's dark. Where's that from? You can tell me in the comments, where's it from? He's on his way up here in the well-dressed man disguise. Anyway, it's got, when it goes dark, it's got the eyes that light up red, and I really like that, But the whole thing, and it's set on Valentine's Day. It contains the plot is really about a woman who hasn't got anybody. She's just broken up with somebody, Annie McCabe, she's a kind of she's somebody who pitches advertising campaigns, and has just done one which is all about losing love and death, and there's Bonnie and Clyde in there. It's beautifully done, actually. But the woman who she's working with, who's a jewellery designer, does not like that, because she's called Crystal Kane, I think. Yeah, Crystal Kane doesn't like that because there's the Heart Eyes killer running around, and he has been attacking different cities, and he's in their city now. So that's what they think, anyway. So he's killed 2 people in the pre-credit sequence, as you might expect, and consequently, an advertising campaign around death is not probably the best thing. So she brings in somebody else, Jay Simmons. They've already met in a coffee shop and had a kind of awkward, we knock heads, then I bloody your nose kind of interaction. But you think there's something there. Annie McCabe is played by Olivia Holt with a sort of cynicism of everything's going wrong for me, and I'm not massively. She's already changed her career that she studied for to become a campaign designer, I suppose you could call them. So she's sort of already, I wonder what I'm doing here. She's already seen her previous beau with his new person, and she's very cynical. Jay Simmons, who's gorgeous and lovely and not in any way kind of sort of woke. There's nothing like that in here, it's very wholesome, this. In a kind of non-political way, shall we say. So it's not like that, but he's very adult and grown up and in touch with his feminine side in a way, in an emotional way, and loves love. He is played by Mason Gooding, Cuba Gooding Jr.'s son, and it is a gorgeous performance. It's so well judged because he is just at the edge of schmaltziness and goody-goodiness. Is that a word? It's not, is it? If it is, it's got a hyphen in it. That sort of too wholesomeness. He looks over at that and says, I'm not going there. And he's got a really lovely... It's quite smart. Their dialogue is really smart. It's New York smart. It's that kind of smart. It's lovely. There's a lovely bit where they actually beat Heart Eyes. It's only halfway through the movie, folks. You know this is not going to be the case. I'm not going to tell you who Heart Eyes is. Of course I'm not. But they beat Heart Eyes, and he gets arrested for it. And as he says, "Oh, thanks very much for that." It's beautiful work. Beautiful work. There were some really quite scary set pieces, particularly in the police station. That's a really scary set piece where Heart Eyes is there, and Jay is handcuffed to the table and has to get out because here comes Heart Eyes. So the whole thing is that it is quite scary, and there are some jumps, and there are some nice, there are some horror tropes, lights out. Oh, it must be the breaker, I'll go and find out, etc., etc. Things like that. And Heart Eyes just turning up and that kind of thing. And carnage at an open air. We don't have it in this country. The weather's not good enough. An open air car movie thing. What are they called? I can't remember. They're called movie night with cars and all that. Carnage at that sort of area. And although it's a successful horror movie, that's not the reason it's so good, folks. The reason it's so good is because it's a horror movie which has to be used to mask the real reason for this film. This is a love story masquerading as a horror movie. And as they get together and come to the conclusion, both Ali and Jay, that they should be together, it's a beautiful thing. And the reason why it works is because their performances are so smart, and you have to have good performances, smart and intelligent performances, to actually impart that smart, intelligent dialogue. And also, as well, too, the horror movie stuff takes away from them getting together. It's a massive MacGuffin, and I love a massive MacGuffin, as you know. So, it's beautifully done. And I don't feel that Josh Rubin, who directed this, has made a mistake to do that. He's done exactly the right thing. It needs a lightness of touch. It's beautifully done. The script is lovely. He leaves it alone. There are no real it's not kind of intrusive music and cutting every few seconds. He allows those scenes to play out, because that is scary, isn't it? The dynamics of that are scary. The quietude of that is scary. The slowness, what's going to happen next of that is scary. I refer you to the hospital scene in Exorcist 3. Hey, Alan, we spoke about that, didn't we, while we watched this movie? It is a great movie. If you're looking for a feel-good horror, I know that sounds counterintuitive. If you're looking for that, and one which is incredibly smart, and there are so few smart movies around at the moment, and so few smart horror movies around at the moment, this is what you need. It's also, even if you didn't think that before you watched it, what you want. Ta-ta.